We good.
We good?
Good.
Okay. Y'all ready?
Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
All right, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well. Peace and blessings to the elect out there that's pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. All right, we are the Hebrew Israelites that come in and week out to prophesy against the beast system. All right, the Roman Empire revised, known as Babylon the Great. Spiritually called Sodom and Egypt in the scriptures, aka America, all right, and ultimately Esau's kingdom fallen, and the deliverance. We also prophesied the deliverance of the elect of Israel, all right. And without further ado, we're gonna get into these prophecies, all right, because as the scriptures say, you know, we're supposed to sit upon our watchtower and watch for the signs of the Lord to see. You know, he'll work, all right? That's how we measure the times, is according to prophecy, right? So you can grab Habakkuk.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. Right. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon a table, that he may run that read it.
Yeah, so all the visions that the prophets got, you know, they recorded it in this book. So whenever you go into the scriptures and read their visions, you look into history, you look into current events, and you look at plans of future events that people in power plan to do, you know, and that's how you measure the times. All right, go into the book, see what the prophets are talking about. That prophesied what was to come, he measured the times.
Verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Yes.
Though it.
So the Lord has prophesied these things. The Lord has made it known that certain events have to come to pass. Alright? So if the vision hasn't happened yet in these scriptures, then you best believe that it's going to. Alright?
It reads, though it tarry, wait for it, because it would surely come, it would not tarry.
Yeah. What are some of those things that have been tarrying, so to speak? The mark of the beast, all right? Which the technology is here. It just hasn't been pushed on the masses, all right? But if you have a spiritual eye to see with these vaccines, you know that they're gonna start. That's prepping the minds, you know, for the mark of the beast. You know, gradualism, that's what it's called. You know, when you one of the devil's trick is to play that gradualism card. You know, slowly get you used to the idea of, you know, getting pricked, you know, right now it's about 6 months. You know, this is the third jab that they're pushing. It's a booster. You know, and all they have to do is say there's another variant. Because, hey man, this virus, you know, it's been around forever, right? It's not going away. It's a perfect black swan event to push their agenda, you know? You know, the problem isn't necessarily the spread of the viruses. The problem is people's immune systems. But that's, you know, I'm kind of rambling. Let's grab Second Ezra.
2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Yeah, and a good measuring stick, you know, for prophecy is Daniel, you know, when he had the vision of the statue, or I believe it was Nebuchadnezzar that had the dream, but Daniel interpreted the dream and let him know that was a prophecy that Babylon was, you know, going to be the golden head. It's going to to be the richest king on heaven, but another one was going to follow. You know, silver, which represents the Medo-Persian Empire. The bronze. So like, what was the silver? The silver go to? Yeah, I think it's Daniel, the second chapter.
Daniel chapter 2 and verse 30. But as for me, this secret is not revealed to me, for any wisdom that I have more than any living, but for their sake that shall make known the interpretation to the king, and that thou mightest know that the thoughts of thy heart. Verse 31, thou, O king, sawest, and behold, a great image. This great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible. This image head was fine gold, his breast and his arms of silver, his belly and his thighs of brass, his legs of iron, his feet part of iron and part of clay.
Yeah, so the head represents the kingdom of Babylon. The silver of, you know, the torso part, upper torso, that's the Perso-Median Empire. That's come to pass. And the brass thighs, that's the kingdom of Greece, which that's kingdom that fell, and Rome took over, which Rome is the iron legs. And the last one, which we're in right now, is the toes, the iron partially mixed with clay. You know, because how do we know that this is the Roman Empire revised? Because it has parts of the same philosophies left over from the Roman Empire. And when you go into NATO and the EU, you know how they're joint. They came together under a treaty called the Treaty of Rome. You know, they push the same philosophies, you know, democracy, you know, sodomy. You know, same thing, same shit, different time. You know, you can keep reading down to those mentions there. Does it kind of explain the toes? Alright, you know what? Just jump to verse 44.
Alright, this is Daniel chapter 2, jumping down to verse 44. And in the days of the kings shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all the kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for. That's Yahushua's return. All right, when he comes back and he's gonna break to pieces, you know, those iron and clay toes. All right, and set up a kingdom that's gonna, you know, reign forever. All right, that's what we're looking for. So, what are some of the signs of the end of Esau's kingdom? All right, this Babylonian and Roman revised, you know, spiritually Sodom and Egypt. What are the signs that this place is going to fall? You know, brother can grab Matthew 24.
It's Matthew chapter 24. Started verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Yeah, so all of these things have come to pass. You know, you have, you know, different groups saying that they're anointed and they know the way, and have deceived many. You know, even brothers that have woken up to the truth were deceived by, you know, all these different philosophies. You know?
Verse 6, verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
Yeah, all these natural disasters, the latest one, that's has it hit yet? Hurricane Island? Or is it still brewing? Yeah, we'll see. That's going to be one of those signs that's going to, you know, put a major dent into this, you know, Babylon's economy. All right? Because with all these inflation and labor shortages, this place is crumbling. You know, that's another sign is, you know, a status of a kingdom about to fall is their economic system. You know, they keep printing money to cover up for their lack of GDP, gross domestic produce, because nobody's been working. You know, so they haven't been getting those exchange, you know, from the other countries. You know, so what they do is they print money to you know, make sure that everybody can still, you know, buy and sell and get back to work. But it ain't working, man. You know, when you print money like that, it causes inflation. That, you know, it has similar, you know, history is repeating similar things that happened in the Roman falling, the Roman Empire falling. Because what they would do is they would mix metals, you know, like gold and silver. They'd mix it with like nickel and brass, and that devalued the gold because it wasn't pure gold. Right. And they would also clip it, you know, shave it down so you could have, you know, it's basically like skimming off the top, basically. You know, short changing. Yeah. Right. Because when you exchange, you know, in the ancient world, you were gonna weigh the things, you know. But when you clip it, it's slightly this way. And after a while, if you keep doing that, then it's, you know, out of balance. It's not a fair exchange. You know, and that led to their economic collapse, so to speak. Same things happen today.
This Revelation 13 and 3. And I saw one of his heads was wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wandered after the beast.
Can you start up a bit? Is that talking about the dragon and the beast?
Yeah, we'll talk. So, Revelation 13 and 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 horns and 10 horns. Having 7 heads and 10 horns. And upon his having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
That's right here. You know, the 7 heads and the 10 horns, they represent, as you can see, one head is the Greeks, the British, Germania Minor, the Spanish, French, and Germania Major. And America is that whore that sits on top, you know, with the golden cup. Because America has been used to influence, you know, this culture, you know, Babylonian culture, you know, upon all the other nations. And they started with the European nations, you know? Because it wasn't so, because there's still monarch systems and you know, Greek, you know, the British islands, Germania Minor, you know, Spain and Portugal, those were all monarchs until, you know, 1776 came. And you know, Esau, you know, with his revolution war, you know, can set up his Declaration of Independence and, you know, form a democracy over here in America. Then once that revolution started spreading, it spread to those European countries. And they started setting up democracies. Then now he also goes into every land, you know, that has a dictatorship or you know, doesn't have a democracy, and overthrows their government forces them to set up a democracy.
Verse 2, Revelation 13:2. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth is the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority.
Yeah, that dragon. The dragon is talking about the ancient Roman Empire, and it gave it, you know, because the same empire spawned from the Roman. They were setting up the same philosophies as the Roman people.
And verse 3, and I saw one of his heads as it was wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wandered after the beast.
Yeah, so its deadly wound was healed because the Roman Empire fell, but now, you know, it's survived through, you know, America, the EU, NATO, and all those European countries and Western, you know, America, you know, coming together. You know, so this is the last empire that the heathen nations have time to rule over the Israelites, because very soon Yahushua is coming back to deliver us out of this captivity and to destroy this empire, if you will, this beast system, this dragon.
Right.
And how is this place gonna ultimately fall? By thermonuclear missiles.
That's right.
You know, so brother can grab 2 Ezra 16, and if a brother wasn't holding something already.
Second Ezra 16:1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand.
Yeah, so that's going into these other nations. You know, their destruction draweth nigh. You know, their time of running shit, so to speak, is coming to an end.
Verse 3, a sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back?
Yeah, that sword, you know, what's the modern day sword? It's any weapon, you know. The word for sword in the ancient time, you know, it just symbolized weapon, because you didn't have all these, you know, advanced, you know, technologies back then, as instruments of pain. That's basically what a sword is. It's an instrument to inflict harm. So what the modern day sword are, you know, guns, but ultimately it's those missiles, right? Because it's gonna describe it.
Verse 4, a fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?
Yeah, fire is sent unto you, and who can quench it? You can't quench nuclear fire. You know, because I mean, you can look into it. Look up nuclear fission, look up nuclear fusion. You see that it's the splitting of atoms. It's tearing atoms apart. It's different from, you know, just a wood fire. You can just throw water on that. But a nuclear fire is dissolving every element, man. Hey, the scriptures talk about that in 2 Peter. We can continue on this.
Verse 6, may any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it hath began to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer?
Yeah, can you turn away a hungry lion? Only, you know, how far shot is different. You know, same thing, like you can't survive a nuclear missile attack, but you can if your how far shot is different. That's why we come out here, you know, to tell our people, hey, there's destruction that you cannot escape, you know, unless you turn to the Lord and repent.
That's right.
You know? That's what we're talking about. And these things must come to pass. And all these evils are going on the earth, you know, to test your integrity, to see, you know, to try the elect, to prove them worthy, you know, that they are worthy of deliverance.
Verse 8, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?
Yeah, so this is the Lord's doing, man. Because, you know, people give too much credit to Satan, but Satan works for the Most High. You know, the devil is in control, or Yahweh is in control of the devil. You know, there's a thing called playing the devil's advocate. You know, and that's basically the purpose of Satan. You know, it's to try you, to see if you can hold integrity.
This is Job chapter 1, and I'm gonna start at verse 6. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came along among them. And the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it.
Yeah, if I can add, that just shows you that Satan is in order, man. There ain't no fight in heaven. He said Satan came also, meaning what? He a child of Yahweh Shemashah, a child of God. He's still an angel, man, on the left-hand side.
And the Lord said, verse 8, and the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and a upright man, one that feareth the Most High and escheweth evil.
Yeah, so he was telling Satan, he's like, hey, go try Job out.
Yeah.
You know, because Satan's purpose is to tempt and to deceive, you know, all that, to inflict evil. You know, so he's like, hey, see, you know, put all that on Job. So, go ahead.
Verse 9, then Satan answered the Lord and said, does Job fear the Most High? For has not thou made a hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he hath on every side?
Yeah, so Satan was like, of course he's righteous. So you put a hedge around him. I can't do any evil to him. Which just shows that Satan can't do anything unless Yahweh allows it.
That's right.
Keep reading.
It says, thou hast blessed the works of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. But put forth thy hand now, and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he hath is thy power. Only upon himself put not forth thine hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. And there,
so that's really the point. Yeah, that's really the point. It just shows that Satan works for both sides.
Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil.
Yeah, that's plain. He creates peace, he creates evil. So all the evils that are going on in the earth, the Most High is doing it.
Right.
Alright? A brother can grab that, created the waster to destroy.
I, the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, do all these things.
Yeah, Yahweh Shem Yahushua does all these things. You know, all the evils in the world. You know, that's why I said people give Satan too much credit. This is all the doings of the Most High. Once you understand that, it should bring a peace of mind to you. But to, you know, 2/3 of the devils, you know, these other nations, it breaks their mind. That they can't be in control of their own destiny. You know?
This is Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his works. And I have created the waster to destroy.
So everything has its purpose. You know, all the evil spirits, you know, and these evil people, you know, it all has its purpose. And that purpose is to destroy, you know, specifically Esau evil, you know, and the ones that create all these nuclear missiles. It has a purpose to destroy, because these missiles are going to take out this wicked kingdom. You know, it's going to be the doings of their own head that's going to, doings of their own hands that's going to take them out. You know? We can jump back to that second.
Okay, good. This is back. This is 38 and verse 21. And I called for a sword against him throughout all my mountains, saith the Lord, the Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Every man's sword shall be against his brother. And I will plead against him with pestilence and with blood, and I will rain upon him and upon his bands and upon the many people that are with him an overflowing rain and a great hailstone, fire and brimstone.
An overwhelming rain. Man, you ever been like stuck out in a hard pool? You know, especially like when you're driving, you just gotta pull over. When it's like thudding on, it sounds like your rooftop is about to cave in. Hey, but it's gonna be a overwhelming rain of nuclear missiles. Because Revelation talks about how many missiles are gonna be fired off. We don't know if that's specifically the warheads or the missiles themselves, because one missile can hold multiple warheads. So if it's, and the number mentioned in Revelation, if a brother wants to grab it, it's 200,000, which is 200 million.
Yep.
You know? So if those are referring to the missiles themselves, then there could be over 200 million warheads. Right now.
This is Revelations 9 in verse 15. And the 4 angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year for to slay the third part of men. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000.
Yeah, so Revelation is referring to them as an army of horsemen. Alright? Because, you know, what's an army of horsemen represent? Great power, you know? And the army, you know, their duty is to, you know, go and destroy, you know?
And the number of the army, the horsemen, were 2,000,000, and I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horse in the vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire and of jacinth and brimstone, and the heads of the horse were as heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire.
Yeah, so this is, you know, John the Revelator describing the nuclear missiles, you know, to the best of his ability. So he's given things in his time, you know, comparing it to things in his time to, you know, portray that illustration. Right. So he said that they had a breastplate of iron and jacinth and brimstone. So that goes into the shaft of the missile. And it said in the heads were like lions, because the lion, you know, represents power, you know. And it was in their heads that issued fire. It's the warheads. And then it also goes into the tail of the missiles too.
Right.
It said out of their mouth it issued fire and smoke.
Okay, that was the mouth of where the warhead is located at, man. Right. You got it?
And issue out of their mouths, Salaki, and brimstone. By these there were third part of being killed by fire and by smoke and brimstone, which issue out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouths and in their tails.
Yeah, the power is in their mouths and in their tails. Because, hey, they have to have a certain amount of power to get fire from one location to another. Right. You know? That's why, you know, Ezra 16 refers to them as arrows. You know, bow and arrows. You know, the bow launches it. You know, bow and arrow, the power is in the bow that launches it. But also the power is in the tip of the arrow that does the damage. Same thing with these missiles. You know, the power is in the tail to launch that missile. Then it's also in the head that turns the heavens into a scroll being.
Verse 19, for their power is in their mouth and in their tails. For their tails was like serpents and had heads, and with them they do hurt.
They do hurt. You know, they do hurt. Right. And it will hurt. You don't want any part of that. You know, that's why it'd be in your best interest to repent and turn back to Yahweh Shema Shah so you can be delivered in that day. So you don't have to take part in that hurt. You know, Brother King grab where it says the heavens departed as a scroll. I think there's one
This is Revelation 6 and 14. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places.
Yeah, we got a sign. Yeah, so in the background, this side. You know, that big ass mushroom cloud in the background, right behind the mist. That's the heavens being unrolled like a scroll. You know, heavens being departed as a scroll. You know, plain and simple, man. No way around that. And then it said all the read that part again.
This is Revelation 6 and 14. And the heavens departed as a scroll when it was rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places.
Yeah, every island and mountain were moved out of their places. And mountains represent, you know, government structures. You know, whenever you see mountains, they symbolize governments, you know, or power structures. You know, so when that starts happening, any type of government is going to collapse in that day. That type of damage, you know, there's no coming back from that. No amount of money, no amount of, you know, a defense system, no amount of offense system is going to protect you in that day. You know, the scriptures also talk about nuclear bunkers, man. You know how the elite are going to hide themselves. You can grab that.
Isaiah 34:4. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig, so like falling fig from the fig tree.
Falling fig from the fig tree. That's plain, man. You know, it said everything in heaven is going to be dissolved. You know? And that, you know, I mentioned it earlier. Well, we can get it. 2 Peter 3, you know, it breaks down, you know, beautifully how, you know, down to the very elements, everything down to the very element is going to be dissolved. You know, you got that in Revelation.
Yeah. This is Revelation 6 and 15. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich man, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains.
Yeah, in the dens and the rocks of the mountains. That's where they build these, what's the nickname for them? Yeah, but there's an acronym. DOMS, I think. It's like Deep Underground Missile Protection or something. Something like that. Yeah. But that's them. Everybody's going to seek to hide themselves in that day. You know, because what was that, around World War II, or after World War II, in the Cuban Missile Crisis, right? You know, where the Russians funded Cuba to have nuclear capabilities where they could launch a missile, you know, from Cuba to you know, around Florida area, you know, at least like the Gulf area, you know, and there was a huge scare. So it's like on TV where, you know, hey, remember, if you see a white flash in the distance, duck and cover. You know, that's happening like on, you know, commercials and before, you know, TV programs. They're getting, like, you go to school and you practice the tornado drills. Oh, yeah. Hey, they're practicing the nuke drills, man. Right. You know, but now they think it's, you know, gone away. But, man, people have, like, countries still have these missiles. But Americans are so docile, you know, everybody is so docile that think that that's not going to happen. But it is, it's prophesied. That's one of those things, you know, that we were reading earlier, although it tarried, wait for it. You know, it's just a climatic climb, and the Most High's moving, you know?
2 Peter chapter 3, starting at verse 9. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long-suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance.
Yeah, so these things aren't slack. You know, some men count slackness. That's that 2/3 mentality. Like, oh, these prophecies are never going to take place. The house shies and all that. Hey man, you're also thinking that. He said it's to them it's slackness, but to us it's long suffering. You know, a brother can grab that word, or the word long suffering.
You said long suffering?
Yeah.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, no, I'll get it on my phone.
This is long suffering, Macroth Umeo, which means to be of a long spirit, not to lose heart. You know? To preserve patiently and bravely and enduring misfortunes and troubles. Hey, we read Job earlier. Job was a good example of that. Even though he endured all those misfortunes, why? You know, to remain faithful to Yahweh. And at his last end, he was increased with all of his substance that he lost. Same thing us today. All the misfortunes that we go through, Yahweh has promised a reward. You know, and one being salvation ultimately. Also, you know, any type of friends or family members or relationships that we, you know, have to break off, you know, due to pushing this through, you know, disagreements. Hey, we're gonna gain them 100-fold in the kingdom. All right. You know, we're gonna be on top of the other nations. We'll be ruling in the kingdom of heaven. You know, so any affliction that we go through isn't gonna be shit, man. You know? What's that? Romans 8 and 18. Anybody wants to grab that?
Second Peter 3 and 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
Yep. Everything is going to be burnt up, set down to the elements. Like I said, you can look into nuclear fusion and nuclear fission. You know, those are two different nuclear capabilities to, hey, dissolve elements, man. It said all the works are going to burn therein too. So all the wicked devices that Esau has made up, and all your abominable ways, you know, it's going to be done away with. This place is going to be a desolate wilderness and be set as a memorial, you know, that, hey, this is the end result of what happens when you practice these wicked ways, all right? This is just the Lord allowing, you know, people to live their wicked ways, to see their own, you know, destruction, man, to see it as a result. It's like I said earlier, like Esau is going to take himself out. You know, other nations call that karma. You know, if you do bad things will happen to you. But according to the scriptures, that's just Yahweh Shemashah's judgment. You know, Yahweh talks about, you know, the things of the flesh. You know, one being greed. If you start being greedy, hey, shit starts happening to you. You know, evil shit will start happening to you. And you start being greedy, or another one being slothful. That's the thing of the flesh. If you start being slothful, then, hey man, you're not going to have any substance. You know, that's another evil fruit, so to speak. Another is gluttony. You know, whenever you just indulge in eating food, you know, and drinking all the time, you're going to have health problems. You know?
This is Job 4:8. Even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same.
Reap the same. You know, here it is, this devil. You know, it's funny because, you know, it's all Yahweh Shemashah doing this. So this devil creates the nuclear missile to get power over all the nations. You know, But now, these nations are developing nuclear capabilities too, and it's going to return upon its own head. You reap what you sow. You try to rule in violence, you try to live by the sword, you're going to die by the sword. And that's how this devil has lived. That's how he conquered the world. In Revelation, it says that he could perform miracles and make fire rain down from heaven. That's how he got into his power structure. Once they dropped those nukes, man, people were like, all right, no more war. We'll do whatever you want, man. You can have the world standard currency. You're a crazy motherfucker. We'll surrender. But now, man, he's losing that power. You know, the dollar is slowly collapsing. You know, the more war tensions are rising.
Yep.
You know, you go into Russia's policy, their nuclear missile policy, and they say if anybody launches any type of missile, not necessarily having to be a nuclear missile, but if they launch any type of missile on Russia or one of their allies, they're returning with a nuke. And look at all the tension that's happening in Afghanistan right now. Hey, the reason is because of this devil's greed. You know, all wars are bankers' wars. Hey, they make war to make money, man. Go in there and take all the resources. But hey, for like the last 10 years or so, over there in Afghanistan, you know, the Al Qaeda was at a standstill. You know, they didn't really get into gunfights like that. But once they withdrew the troops over there, it allowed Al Qaeda to take back over and, you know, start, you know, some chaos, just so they could justify themselves going back in there and start firing bullets. Because when they're firing bullets, then that's when, hey, you can make money off the war. But also with that war being started, that's Esau's greed taking control over. You know, that shit's gonna get them into these nuclear warfare. It's gonna be its own demise.
This is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer.
Yeah. The end of all things is
1 Peter chapter 4, verse 7. But the end of all things is at hand.
The end of all things is at hand. You know, the end of Esau's rulership, the end of Israel being oppressed, being under the curses. That's at its end.
Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer.
Be sober and watch. Which means sober-minded. Don't be into all these different amusements, you know, entertainments and false philosophies. You know, getting caught up with, you know, worldly problems. Hey, wow. You know, ask, you know, pray to the Lord for your daily bread, and hey, keep in these scriptures, learn the prophecies, learn the breakdowns, learn the history, know what time we're in, and just watch. Watch this team, watch how Sean work. Watch him work and work. The scriptures say that I will work and work in your time, although it be told you, you shall not believe it. Hey, Lord willing, we be part of the elect. We're gonna be good. We're just gonna watch this kingdom fall like it's with the popcorn in our hands, man. We're just gonna enjoy the show. We're gonna be in the show. You know, because like Esau has those 3D movies to make it more real.
Right.
Well, this is gonna be this is the realest movie.
Real time. Real time.
Yeah, it's moving live.
Live is correct.
Yeah, live and direct. Everybody playing that role in the movie. Whether it be good or whether it be bad. We hoping that we playing the good part, the good role of the movie.
Right.
We don't want to take part in the second devil. They say the end of all things is at hand, man. They say the fashion of this world passed away.
Right.
Everything that we see around us gonna be destroyed, man. You know?
This is Joel chapter 2. I'm gonna start at 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in the holy mountain.
Like, if I can add that? He said, blow you the trumpet in Zion. How you, we blowing the trumpet by lifting up our voice. It said, cry aloud, spare not, lift up that voice like a trumpet. So we're telling these people to repent before it's too late.
Right.
Before the second death comes, you know? So it say, cry aloud.
It say, blow ye the trumpet in Zion.
Like Zion, our people. So this salvation is for our people, man. The ultimate, the elect. Yeah.
Sound an alarm in the holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord is come, for it is now at hand.
Right, the day of the Lord is nigh at hand. How we know? Because prophecy. The brother brought out on what's the Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. I'm not sure he finished on that, but it said at the end is speaking not lie. Then Yahweh Shai come in at the end. You know, his second coming will be when all hell break loose, man. He said, come to set fire on the earth, where will I be if it already be killed? So Yahweh Shai is him, man. He visiting this place. 2nd to the 9th chapter, man.
Verse 2, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there have not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after, even the years of many generations.
Right.
Yeah, this is gonna outshine all the other Lord's movies, so to speak. You know, or chapters in his movie.
Yeah.
Right. You know, because like, hey, what was the first chapter? The Egyptian deliverance.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Hey, that was a dope part of the movie.
Right.
You know, he hit him with 10 plagues. Those plagues were serious, man.
That's right.
Favorite one was the plague of darkness. You can read about that in Wisdom of Solomon, the 17th chapter. It talks about strange apparitions.
Oh yeah.
Hey, and they're hearing shit, and you know, there's complete darkness. So they said thick darkness. You know, it's that darkness that you can feel. You walk into a room that's dark, and you're like feel it creeping on you, bugging. You know?
Get the chills.
Yeah, all the spirits were fucking with him. You know, hey, when I was growing up, me and my cousins would play the scary game, right? And what we would do, you know, the younger cousins would try to go and find the person hiding. And the person that was hiding, because it was a dark ass room where we played in, or downstairs basement area. And you know, the guy that was hiding would try to fuck with the kids, like throw shit around, like, oh, he's over here, but I don't want to run over there because it's dark and scary. Hey, that's what the spirits in the plague of darkness were doing in the time of Egypt. They're just fucking with the Egyptians. You know, it said, Wisdom of Solomon, the 17th chapter, it talks about how you know, it's so dark that they desired to see a light, but then whenever a light shone onto them, it was even scarier than, you know, them not seeing anything. So whenever, that's those pop-up scares in those movies.
Right. Like now you watching a video on social media, there's something pop up like a blue or something.
Yeah.
That's how it was when they saw them light. They saw demons basically.
Yeah.
Right.
Demons were popping up and scaring the shit out of them.
Yeah. Strange apparition.
Yeah, apparitions.
Right.
You know, hey, them demons, hey man. I seen them, man. That shit scary, man.
Back in Joel chapter 2 in verse 3, a fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame burneth.
Hey, got it.
Fire burneth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. It's talking about those missiles, man. Flame burneth behind them, that's how they get there. Once they're there, they explode, create that more fire.
More fire.
I was gonna say, like we brought out Revelation 9 chapter details.
Yeah.
That's that fire. The fire make like a bottle rocket. You ever pop bottle rocket? In order for the travel, you gotta light it in, and the fire shoot out. That's how it travel. So yeah, like that. It's upside down.
It's a lot.
You know, just like that.
You get them.
say he drawn away with so well like serpents, but that's that smoke. Like,
Right.
yeah, it's flying serpent. That's that flying serpent here, man.
This is back in Joel chapter 2 and verse 3. A fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame burning. The land is a garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yeah, nothing shall escape them.
Yeah. Hey, a good representation of that is what's that? Terminator, Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Hey, when it panned out and saw, all the buildings, hey, it's a Garden of Eden. Look at it, he saw, structure, infrastructure. Hey man, you got some dope ass buildings, That's why John the Revelator marveled at the horde, which was America, that sat upon the beast. He's like, damn, like, shit looks nice. And to give it to Esau, he got the fatness of the earth, and he gets all the resources, and he builds up these big ass buildings and skyscrapers. Empires. Every major city is like its own empire. Hey, but before it is nice, but as that nuclear destruction just swept them off like it was nothing. You watch that movie.
So Isaiah chapter 13, verses 19 through 21. In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, so it said all of its beauty and excellency, all of its, nice shit. They got nice cars, nice, private jets, palaces, buildings, what are they called? Penthouses,
Right.
Mansions, all their nice shit. It's gonna be as Sodom and Gomorrah. And the Lord, overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. How did he do that? Fire and brimstone.
Hey, this let you know, this talking about Babylon the Great, Milk. The actual ancient Babylon wasn't destroyed about like Sodom and Gomorrah.
Oh yeah.
So this talking about now, this is a future prophecy right here about to take place.
Yeah, and that's part of the thing. Like we were reading earlier, hey, measure thou the times diligently. When you read these scriptures, you filter through history and current events and what's gonna happen. People's plans on, the people in power, their plans on what's gonna happen. Filter through the scriptures, it lines right up. It doesn't become a secret because the Lord's dealing with it. He revealed his secrets to the prophets, but hey, if you want to be ignorant, hey, the scriptures say our people that are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. If you don't research anything, then you don't know the history, you don't know the mystery.
Yeah.
You don't know the history, you know the mystery.
Verse 20. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation.
And that's also how you know that it's not talking about ancient Babylon. Because there's still people over there in that land. Come on, man. But hey, you have eyes to see it. If you ears to hear, and hearts to believe, so to speak, minds to believe it. Hey, this place is going to get destroyed by a thermonuclear missile, and it's going to turn this bitch into a desert.
Right.
Yeah.
Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts.
Because the Arabians, Arabs, they like to drill in the desert with their camels and shit. Sand people.
Yeah, Esau calls them sand niggas.
Yeah, sand niggas. But this over here, this place finished. Ain't nobody about to walk on this land no more. Once it be totally wiped out, man. We can fly over it, right?
Verse 21. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there.
Right. So all off desert.
Back in Joel, just read that. Alright, this is back in Joel, chapter 2, and verse 3. A
like a desert, man. You're not gonna know where American at. I mean, not American. Where New York at.
Yeah.
You know, Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Where Memphis at.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna know nothing at, man. Because this place gonna be wiped out. You got it.
Finish off verse 3. Eating before them and behind them the desolate wilderness. Yeah, and nothing shall escape them.
Like nothing shall escape. You're not gonna, hey, you can't escape the second death unless you got the mark of the what, man. Unless you were chosen for the foundation of the earth. That's how you gonna escape, man. You get 697? 697. Yep.
Okay, verse 4. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run.
Like so shall they run. Horses going to power, right? So when those mills are travel, it's gonna look like horses, man. Get that second Ezra.
Second Ezra 9 and 7. And every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape.
They should be able to escape
By his works.
by his works
And by faith.
and by faith.
Whereby ye have believed.
Right, so this is how you're gonna escape this second destruction, by your works and by your faith. You gotta have both. Faith without works is dead, man.
Right.
So you gotta have the faith and the works, man. And how can you show your works? By action. By coming out here on the highways and byways, by doing the work in season and out of season, man. If you want to be delivered from the second death, that's how you can show. That's how you show the Lord you love him, man. When the Lord said, "You love me, keep my commandments. You love me, feed my sheep." So we out here on the highways and byways, fishing for the elect, man.
Verse 5. Not like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devours the stubble, and the strong people set in battle array.
Like this ain't talking about people marching, you know?
They said like.
Yeah.
Before their face the people shall be much pain. All faces shall gather blackness.
Like all faces gather blackness. They're gonna be in shock. You see 200 million missiles coming down. What are you gonna do, man? You're gonna be killed, man. You're gonna have to because black represent mourning, man. Sorrow, basically. You look the word black up, man. You know? Represent death. You know?
Before their face the people shall be much pain.
Yeah.
All faces shall gather blackness.
Right.
They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. And they shall march every one in his way, and they shall not break their ranks.
They should not break these ranks. Because the Most High, go back to Isaiah 34. What's that my supposed to say to him?
This is Joel.
And they're gonna fight because of the fire truck.
Fire. Hey, this is Joel chapter 2.
Like the brother was saying, you can't put out this nuclear fire. You gotta let it die out on its own, man. That's what it says, Revelation 18, the other nations saw her smoke fall.
Yeah.
This is verse 7, Joel 2 and 7. They shall run like mighty men, and they climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march every one in his way, and they shall not break their ranks.
That should not break their ranks. You got Isaiah 34? Yeah, my supposed to make this.
Isaiah 34 and 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven.
Right, the heaven is the Shabbat Shemayim, which pertaining to the waters, which is the heavens. So these worlds gonna be, going out of space, the heavens, man. So, the both sides of the spirit gonna be in those mills.
I was gonna say that's how they operate. They get launched up into space and into the Earth's orbit to travel to save fuel, and then when it comes back down, it uses fuel to fire like pile driving down. Yeah, it uses all gravity and then just turn around.
The ICBM, they go from one end of the globe to the other. See? That's how they're not gonna break that race. Because you have to set, you got 3 parts of heaven. Heaven on earth, heaven out of space, where the stars at, and the 4th dimension of heaven. You know where the Most High, you have so much I sit at, man. You know?
Isaiah 34 and 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse and judgment.
Right, so it should come down upon Idumea, which is a Greek word for saying Esau Edom, man. You know?
This back in Joel, chapter 2 and verse 8. Neither shall one trust another. They shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded.
But they're not gonna be wounded. You know, when they hit the ground, they're not gonna be hurt. They're gonna explode, man. You know?
They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb upon the houses and shall enter in at the windows like a thief.
Yeah, that's the milk, that flame. Let's say I was sweeping with a besom of destruction. You see, you're not gonna escape, man. You're not gonna escape.
Go back to 2 Peter 3 and verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
Right, how should you conduct yourself knowing these things about to take place, knowing that this is the end of the word, that the end of the word is coming soon? How should you be living your life right now, man? You see, it say, Romans 13 and 11. Yes,
I'll read verse 12.
go ahead.
Verse 12, looking for and hasting until the coming of the day of the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Right, the elements, man. The smallest, the element that you can't see gonna be burned up, man. This place gotta be cleansed. This how this place gonna be cleansed by thermonuclear fire. The elements, man. If you still standing here on Babylon the Great, the Lord don't love you, man. He don't love your ass, man. He left you here for destruction. Jesus don't love your ass, man.
Verse 13, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth,
Right,
wherein
we look for these things to take place. We look for the destruction of Babylon the Great. We're looking for the place to go up in flames, man. Why? Read that from top.
2 Peter 3 and 13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise,
According to his promises. What's the promise? Us ruling the kingdom of heaven. We being joint heirs with Yahweh shot. We don't have to die again. We can enjoy our kids, our family. We underneath the blessings. That's the promises, man, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Well, all the heathens is underneath us, man. Start with the Lord Yahweh shot. That's the promises, man. Keep going.
according to his promise, look for new heavens
Right, new heavens
and a new earth,
and a new earth.
wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Within dwell righteousness. Well, this place where wickedness is at the end, man. No more wickedness. No more thoughts. No more none of this shit, man. No more the serpent juice. No more Esau Edom, where he suffered 1,000 years. Then he be done away with. No more Moab. Talking about he up next. None of that, man. So we look for a new heaven, new earth, man. We're in dwelling righteousness, man. See? You got Romans 13?
Yep. This is Romans 13 and this is Romans chapter 13 and verse 11. And that knowing the time that now is the high time to wake out of sleep.
Right, now when the time is high time to wake out of sleep. Awake out of what? Awake out of what? Darkness, man. Awake to righteousness, man.
For now is our salvation nearer than we believe.
Right, nearer than we believe. We're another day closer to the kingdom, man.
Right.
We seeing the prophecy come to pass. Wars and rumors of wars are happening. Wars of the people are happening. You see, so now it's time to wake out of sleep, man. And wake to Yahweh Shema Shah. Repent. We're talking to Yahweh Shema Shah. Yeah, this is second. Yep, 16. Start at 13.
Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 13.
Start at 11.
Verse 11. The Lord shall
Start
threaten.
at 8.
Where did I leave off?
Hold on, wait. You was in the chapter.
Yeah, I left off at 10. I'll read 10.
Yeah, read 4. Start at 4.
Go back to start 4.
Yeah.
Second Ezra 16 and 4. A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it?
We're going to quench that fire, man. Keep going.
Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?
Right, man can't drive these plagues away. You see, we seeing the plagues now. We seeing the Deepak out here. That's a plague. You know?
May any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it hath begun to burn?
Right?
May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer?
Yeah, that's just like a bullet, man, a gun. You pull that trigger, that bullet ain't coming back.
Yeah, that's what they tell you in gun training too.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, pull that trigger. There's no, you can't take it
Don't
back.
turn it back. So you got the arrow, you release. You going one way. You go.
Verse 9, a fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it?
Who's gonna quench the wrath for the Lord, man? The scripture says who should be able to stand in that day, man. You see? You gotta hope that, hey, get on what's that? Zephaniah? No, that's the one. I'm talking about the second chapter. This is that soon to be here. There is wrath. Keep going on that, with that from the top. Yeah.
Second Ezra 16 and 11. The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence?
Who should be utterly beaten to powder in his presence? You know, laser beam shoot out, man. You know? This Lord said he come to set fire on the earth, man. Y'all people not prepared for this. Y'all think the Lord is all love. He gonna show his love by fire, man. You got that?
Yep. This is Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yeah, gather together, O nation, now desire.
Yep.
Before the decree, bring forth before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
Right, before the fierce anger come upon you, before the day pass, before the decree bring it forth, man. What's the decree? The Lord destroying this place, man. You see?
Before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
Right. You know?
Seek ye the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh, all ye meek of the earth.
That's right. So before all these things take place, it says, seek ye the Lord. You know? Finish. Go ahead.
Seek ye the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment.
Yep.
Seek righteousness.
Right, seek righteousness and wake to righteousness. Now in the time, it's a high time to wake out of sleep. Man. So seek righteousness. It says Psalm 7:11, the Lord is angry with the wicked every day. Every day. What the whole Amos 9:8? You got something?
I'm gonna finish reading this. And seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness. Seek meekness.
Right.
It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger.
It may be. You should be hid in the day of the Lord's anger, in the day of the Lord's wrath, man. What I hold Shabbat 5 and 7 as well. Or what I call for?
Amos 8, 9.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Amos chapter 9, verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord, Yahweh, are upon the sinful kingdom.
Like the sinful kingdom is a miracle. You got a city here in Babylon the Great called Sin City. So hey, the scriptures don't lie, man. You know?
And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
Yep.
Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua.
Yeah, what? I'm going to destroy this place. I'm going to destroy this place, but not all of Jacob. Why? Because he should be saved out of it, man. You see?
He's going to leave that remnant.
And women are going to be saved, man. That's that 1/3 in the elect, man. You know? So before all hell breaks loose, seek righteousness. Seek Yahweh Shemashah mercy, man. You know? Yeah,
That's a little bit.
Oh, go ahead.
It says, for lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations.
Right, cause Israelite is scattered amongst all nations. So-called, Israel is amongst all nations. Israel can look like so-called white people, Japanese, Africans, you know, and so on. So
Yeah.
he said he's gonna sift it, man.
Yeah, I was going to say, hey, the Olympics just passed, and, you know, those are the world athletes. Hey, Jacob is the world athletes. They're always at the top. So even though they came out of all those different countries, most of them were Jakes.
Yeah.
They looked like all the other nations, but they got that spirit of Jake. You know, that grit and grind to get to that top level. Now these other nations, they don't got it like that.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, that does.
This is Ephesians 5, and I'm going to start at 14. It reads to 16. Wherefore he said, awake, thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead.
Rise from the dead. Come out the dead state of mind, man. Hey, come back to who you are, your true identity.
And Hamashiach shall give thee light.
Well, she give thee light, man. This truth. This good news right here, man.
See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
Right.
Redeeming the time because the days are evil.
Redeeming the times because the days are evil. It's good to say measure the time, diligent in itself, man. So we gotta redeem the time. Know where you are, where you are in life, man. You see, we're at the end of this, man. That's all
Ecclesiasticus, better known as Sirach 5 and 7.
Yep.
Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
Why you going to perish in the day of vengeance, man? They say make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, put not off from day to day, man. But you got our people doing that, so they're going to perish in that security. When you feeling safe, you're going to take part in the Lord's wrath, man. So you go back to 2 Corinthians 16.
Second Ezra 16 and 12. The earth quaketh and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord and before the glory of his power.
Right, the earth, hey, let's say the earth shows ran to and fro like a drunkard. You know, when our ministers hit, that's how the Lord come back. He gonna enter in this the mission right here, man. You know, it's lightning like that, man. So it's gonna be a great earthquake. Now, how people say what you man at the sea, man at the tree, man at the waters. You know, so hey, it's real, man. You know.
Verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow.
There go that bow.
His arrows that he shooteth are sharp.
His arrows that he shooteth are sharp. And what the whole Isaiah the 50, what's the Jeremiah 50? All you that be in the boat. So this talking about the missiles, man. You understand the nuclear? Hey, this what the missile sign is?
Right there.
No, that one. Look at that. You look up an arrow, it's gonna look like this, man. You go on Google, man. So hey, the prophet was describing things in their lifetime, man. They didn't know a missile back then. You gotta realize that. You see? So you got it.
Second Ezra 16 and 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow.
What's the Lord's right hand? That was shot. You know?
His arrows that he shooteth are sharp,
Right.
and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
Until the ends of the world. This also lets you know it's just not talking about actually an arrow, man. It's talking about the ICBM, nuclear missiles. So missiles is in the scriptures, man. It's in the Old Testament too, man. Just walk that out, right? You got Jeremiah?
This is Jeremiah chapter 50 and 14.
Yep.
Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about.
Right.
All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord.
Right.
Yahweh Shemel Shai.
Read it again.
This is Jeremiah 50 and 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about.
Right, Babylon the Great. Put yourself away. Prepare yourself, man. He said, let the weak sound strong, right? You know?
And it reads, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her.
Right, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. All the nations that have nuclear arsenals, shoot at her, man. You know?
Spare no arrows.
Right, spare no arrows, man.
For she hath sinned against the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai.
Right, she has sinned against the Lord. It's good to say her sin has reached unto heaven. You know?
Second Ezra 16 and 14. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth.
Right, you know?
The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. 2 shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth.
But till it consume the foundation of the earth. Keep going.
Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward.
Returning now backwards. You know?
Even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again.
Christ should now return again, man. And once the place getting destroyed, this the end all be all, man. This is Isaiah the 2nd chapter. You know? Also, Isaiah 9. 9 to 5 real quick.
I got something. Because it referred to it as a plague. You know, the missiles as a plague. Right. This is Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
Like this going to the second death. This the second trump, the land trump. Once the trump blows, got it.
Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes.
Right, hey, this it. What's that? With fervent heat, like the second people. The enemy should get fervent heat. Give me your fucking flesh. You know?
And their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Right, man. So you still standing here in Babylon the Great. Oh, you finished, man. You ain't gonna have nothing. Well, that's it on it.
I can keep reading.
That's it. This is it.
Yeah, that's
Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with Isaiah 9 and 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments roll in blood.
Think about the ancient war. In the ancient times, we went to war, man. Watch ancient, you know, like Troy. This is the confused noise, right? That's the confused noise, right?
But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Alright, this war coming up now. They say the second war will pass, the third war come quickly. Revelation 11:14. And guess what? We're in the midst of this, man. We coming to that time, man. World War III. We hearing wars and rumors of war. But pretty soon, it's not about to be a war no more, man. It's about to actually happen.
Yeah, because technically, you know, to consider a world war, it has to be like more than 4 nations at war at once. So technically, we've been in World War III, but it's not really because these are all proxy wars. They're fighting through different tactics. I guess the powerhouses, if you will, China, Russia, and America. They're not fighting directly with each other, but they're trying to fund different groups to expand their different political ideologies to those third world countries. Right. And that's why the scriptures say the least shall draw the least of them shall draw them out, because they're going to get caught up in trying to win these little proxy wars, and then it's going to get serious. It's going to be like play fighting, kind of. You kind of play fight with your brother or something. Yeah. You get hit a little too hard. It's like, hey man, it started intensifying. That's how these wars are going to pick up.
Yeah, it's like going 10 seconds in the bathroom. So just somebody, you say no face shot, you get hit in the face.
Yeah. Now, 10 seconds turned into about 6 minutes.
Now, 10 seconds touch an hour. Babylon time.
This is Isaiah chapter 2.
Right. Now, start at 1, Isaiah 2, man. Because this it. Cause once this war happens, it's the end all be all, man. Before peace, war gotta happen, man.
And before King Solomon ruled in peace, King David had to put these other nations under subjection.
Right. You know what? Hey, before you get that, like you get Revelation 19 and let me see, and 11.
And
start
also,
at 10.
And also before the Israelites inherited the promised land, the land of Canaan. Hey, the Most High was killing them all. So, same thing. In order for the kingdom of heaven, like the brother was saying, in order for the kingdom of
19 and 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy.
Right, that's the testimony of Yahushua. It's the spirit of prophecy, man. You know, so you have the testimony, you're going to be occupied in prophecy, man.
Right.
You see what's about to come to pass next, man. And guess what? What's about to come to pass real soon is this all about you chip, man.
Right.
You know, the MO to the beat, man. You take that, look at part of this fire we're speaking about. You know?
Verse 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doeth judge and make war. Revelation 19 and 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse.
A white horse. White going to period. The horse going to power. And you say what?
And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True.
Right, which is Yahushua. He come back on that horse, which is a chariot, man. Go ahead. They would say every eye should see him. You know?
And in righteousness he doeth judge and make war.
He doeth judge and make war. So this is how about Shemashah war, man. How about Shemashah making this war, man?
It says it's in righteousness.
Exactly.
You know, that's how the scriptures say there's a time to kill and a time to make peace. You know? Hey, when Yahushua comes, it's not going to be a peaceful time until, hey, certain motherfuckers get put down.
Right.
Isaiah 66:15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
Rebukes of flames of fire. Hey, he's coming back to add on to that nuclear missile fire. He's going to see what, because the scriptures say that the Lord is a man of war. You know? He likes getting involved. You know, that's why Jake's Spirit, you know, we get into those physical contacts with man of war. Right. You know, that's Jake's Spirit.
This is reference.
How old is it?
This is
How you finish it?
I was going to read verse 16.
No, read 16.
Isaiah 66:16. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
That's how the Lord all flesh. By fire and his sword, man. Judgment. Everybody got to be judged, whether it be good or evil. So if you're doing what's right, you're going to get judged a good reward. If not, hey, a bad reward, you know? Very much.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Right, it said the slain of the Lord should be from one end up to the other. The Lord going to have a lot of dead bodies out here, man. A lot of killing, man. Niggas talking about my fifth body, my 10th body. Hey, you can't top the Lord when it comes to that.
One end hurt to the other.
Hey, what the young boys say? No smoke, no smoke. You don't want smoke with the Lord, man.
He maybe had his tens of thousands. But Yahushua is going to have his tens of millions.
Man, more than that.
Tens of millions.
Billions,
Billions, man.
Man.
All of them really going to be saved, man.
Man, don't say it.
Woo-hoo! And Lord will do a lot of killing that day, man. You see? You got it.
This is Revelations chapter 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly.
Right, World War I passed, World War II passed. Guess what? The third woe come quickly. The Lord said, behold, I come quickly, man. So the Lord going to do two things when he come back. Death, destruction. You know, destruction, deliverance, man.
Yeah.
You see? Yeah.
Verse 15. And the seventh angel sounded.
Right,
and
the seventh angel sounded. Hey, the seventh trump, right? It's about to sound, man. You know?
And there were great voices in heaven saying, the kingdom of this world are become the kingdom of our Lord.
Right, the kingdom of this world has what?
Become the kingdom of our Lord.
Has become the kingdom of our Lord, man. Why? Because Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed, man. So this society is about to come to an end. And a new society about to begin. It's beginning right now before your eyes, man. of David being built right now, man. You see?
And the kingdom of this world are become the kingdom of our Lord and of his anointed, the Hamashiach, and he shall reign forever and ever.
Right, which is like it speak on in Daniel, which is an everlasting kingdom. What can hold that? You know? Go ahead.
Sirach chapter 10, verse 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
Right, they one is profitable is our Lord and Savior, how was shot, man. Well, at least I don't know how to word right now. Hey, jump to 18 with it.
Okay. This is Revelations chapter 11, jumping to 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come at the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and unto the saints, and them that fear thy name.
Them that fear thy name. You
Small.
gotta have the name, right? You gotta fear that small shadow, right? You can't fear anybody. That's why it's a name there. Who you fear? Jesus? Everybody make light of that name. Buddha, where he at? Allah, where he at? Muhammad, where he at?
Buddha.
How can you fear those, man? What you should fear is Yahweh Shema Shah, because he control all things. He said he sent the plagues. He created good and evil. He created peace and death, man. So you should be fearing Yahweh Shema Shah. Hey, Matthew 10 and 28. And if you're an Israelite, you damn well supposed to be fearing Yahweh Shema Shah, because that's so powerful, man. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man. You supposed to be fearing Yahweh Shema Shah, man.
Right.
But you gonna fear him one way or another, either now or through death by pain.
Right.
Right?
Woo. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldst give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and should destroy them which destroyeth the earth.
Who's destroying the earth right now? Look around you. Look at the trees, look at the earth right now. Look at the chemtrails in the air. Look at the plastic. You see? So, hey, who's destroying the earth right now? Esau Edom.
Right.
Why? Because the earth was given to his hand, man. But it said in due time, he would sit one up there profitable, man. You got Esau talking about let's come together. I don't want to take part in that judgment, man. This is so time to rule,
Hey, what we say? You don't want to join hand in hand with the wicked.
yeah, hand in hand.
Fuck that.
The wicked should not go unpunished, right?
Because what's that scripture that says this is the plague that goeth upon all the land of Idumea? Hey, why would you want to join your hands with somebody that's about to get plagued? You know, you got these people, being 6 feet apart. If they cough, why would you want to be even 6 feet in proximity of someone that's committing abominable acts? Man?
Right.
You know, so free. Wouldn't want to touch them with the 100-foot pole. Hey, that's why Yahweh Shah's, sending missiles on him. He's not coming back to touch his ass.
Hey, I remember when I was little, man, like my auntie or whatever, we were outside the hospital, right? She was talking to this dude who had AIDS. And I was like right beside her, she trying to grab me like that. So I was just thinking of that, why you want to be joining hand in hand with this dude? Talk to Revelation 18 and 4. Get Michael 2 and 10.
This is Revelations.
You got it, bro?
Yeah, I got it, bro. This is Revelations chapter 18 and verse 4.
Right.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying,
another voice from heaven is in the Hebrew tongue. Go ahead.
saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not her plague.
So this is what the Lord is saying, man. Come out of her, my people, so you're going to be partakers of her plagues, man. But if not, you're going to be partakers of her plagues. Of her plagues. You're going to be destroyed. You're going to be judged. Because this second death, ultimately for the wicked of Esau Edom, but hey, 2/3, they're considered the wicked. It said, found amongst my people are wicked men. So hey, they're going to be judged like the heathens, like Esau Edom. It said to slay the third part of man, which is Esau Edom. So, hey, the Lord said, come out of her, my people. Repent. Detach from this place before it's too late. Go ahead.
Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Right, and why is saying depart, man? Do this mean you get a plane ticket and go to Brazil or some shit? No. You depart spiritually, man. You come back to Yahweh Shemashah. You put off this word, this mindset. You know? John, the 2nd chapter, man. You know?
Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction.
Right, it will destroy you with a sword destruction. It is polluted. The book of 1 John 5 and 19 said the whole world lied in wickedness. So, hey, depart from this place. Arise and depart. Now it's high time to wake out of sleep, man. So you want to be partakers of this place, Babylon the Great Judgment. You see, you got it?
Yep. This is 1 John chapter 2 and 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world.
Right. Keep on.
If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
Right, the love of the Father is not in you. Yahweh Shemashah is not dealing with you. You love this place. You want to see America keep going, man. You supposed to be looking for the downfall of this place, man.
That's right.
You love this place. You love this money, the car, fame, fortune, all this shit. The Lord ain't dealing with you, man. And scripture, James 4:4.
This is James chapter 4,
That's
verse
it.
4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High?
Right, the friendship of this world is enmity with the Most High. Why? Because the Most High, Yahweh Shemashah, hate this word, man.
Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High.
It's the enemy. So you loving this place, you loving America, you make yourself an enemy with Yahweh Shemashah. You making war with the Most High. You know? That's why, go back to 1 John 2 and 15.
This is 1 John 2 and 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world.
So this the Lord saying, love not the word. Why? Because this word is polluted.
Right.
Sin is everywhere, man. Evil is everywhere, man. So Lord said, love not this place, man. You got Decepticons running rampant. The nigga woman everywhere, can't tell us shit. GMO babies. Hey, GMO food everywhere, man. This place gonna destroy you. It break you down. Concrete dance, right? Then you got the jungle juice. People with the jungle juice. This place gotta be destroyed by nuclear fire, man. Keep going.
For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father.
It's not of the Father, man.
But it's of the world.
Of this world, man.
17. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever.
Right, you doing the will of Yahweh Shemashah, you gonna live forever, man. Because this age coming to an end, man. This mindset of living is coming to an end. What I hope you put your 7 and 31.
The 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verses 5 and 6. Behold, so like 5 through 7. Behold, saith the Lord.
You in 2nd Ezra?
Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
This what coming here now, man. Read it again.
2nd Ezra 15, verses 5 through 7. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world.
It said, we read 2nd Ezra 16, right? It said the mighty Lord send the plagues, right? So this the Lord again said, the Lord, go ahead.
I will bring plagues upon the world,
Yep.
the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
Destruction. You people have no clue what's going on, man. Decepticons, right? Lesbians and all that shit, bro. You see? This what coming to this place, man. Plagues, the sword, man. Keep going.
For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth.
So love not the word, man, because of wickedness. It says the Lord's eyes, hold that, Habakkuk 1, go ahead, come.
And their hurtful works are fulfilled. Right. Therefore saith the Lord, how about Shem Yahushua?
Habakkuk 1 and I want to say
Thirteen.
Yeah.
This is Habakkuk 1 and 13. Thou art of pure eyes, then to be behold evil, and cannot look on iniquity.
Right, the Lord's eyes is white, man. He can't look on iniquity, on evil, man. That's why Yahweh said, Father, why hast thou forsaken me, man? Because when Yahweh was on the cross, all of the sins, the transgression, iniquity came upon him, man. You see, that's why the Lord had turned his back, you know. The Lord's eyes can't look on this place, man. And pretty soon, the Lord about to come down and visit this place, man, destroy it, man. It's only so far wickedness can go. You gotta remember that, man.
Wherefore lookest thou upon them that deal treacherously, and holdest thy tongue when the wicked devour the man that is more righteous than he.
What? You see? Man. Sorry, that's it, man. Pretty soon, the Lord about to come down and destroy this place, man. But for us, we gotta hold fast to what we has, man. And continue in righteousness. And continue walking in the spirit. You know? What I call for first? That's what I want. Go back to 2 Ezra 15. Start for 1.
2 Ezra 15 and 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
Prophecy. We need to speak before. You know?
And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Just that Bible, man. It said it caused them to be written on paper, for they are faithful and true, man. The scripture say, he a man that he should not lie. You know?
This is Revelation 21 and 5. And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful.
Right, these words are true and faithful, man. What the Most High say is gonna happen, man. You can bet the bank on it. You know, the Lord said what? I declare the end from the beginning. So we at the end now, you know, pretty soon the beginning about to come, man. Which is Yahweh Shai ruling, man. When this place getting taken out of rulership. You go back to 2 Ezra. Unless you got something, once you got something, bring it out.
2 Ezra 15 and 3. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
Yep, you know.
For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Right, because all the unfaithful gonna die in their unfaithfulness, man. So what you don't believe, man? Prophecy still gonna come to pass just because you don't believe. Like it was in the time of Noah, right? They didn't believe Noah when he said about the earth about to be destroyed, about the flood. But what? Until it happened, then when they want to believe, man. Yeah. But it was too late. We in that time now. People don't believe that miracle gonna be destroyed by nuclear fire. Or miracle about to go to another shutdown, man. That martial law about to come. Yeah. That the place ain't built for that, man. That Esau, Edom, the Hebrew Edomites gonna be slaves in the kingdom. People don't believe that, man. You see? You got Romans 3?
Yep. This is Romans chapter 3, verse 3. It reads, For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect?
Right.
The Most High forbid.
Right, the Most High forbid. Meaning what? Hell no.
Hell no. Yeah, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar.
Right, every man a liar.
As it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged.
Exactly, man. So whatever the Most High say, it's going to come to pass. It says his word should never turn unto it void. And what the whole Isaiah 34:16? So whatever the Most High say, it's going to come to pass, man. Hey, guess what? These are faithful words, man. Faithful and true. You got it? What you got? I got one.
2 Ezra 15 and 36. Behold, the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake.
Right, believe not the, who's that part again, last part?
Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake.
Right, the God of this word, man. Esau Edom, man. Esau Edom telling you to trust in signs. Or the word ain't going in.
Pseudoscience.
You know? Or nothing gonna happen. Peace and safety. But what? Sudden destruction come upon them, man. They said believe in God. Read that part again. That's a beautiful precept.
Second Esdras 16 and 36. Behold the word of the Lord. Receive it.
Receive it, man.
Woo.
Hey, hold James 1:21 as well.
Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake.
So it's saying, receive the word, right? You got James 1?
Yeah, James 1. This is James chapter 1 and 21. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness,
right,
and receive with meekness.
Receive with meekness. What? Receive what, go ahead.
The engrafted word.
The engrafted word. This doctrine, this book, you know?
Which is able to save your soul.
Which is able to save your soul. He said, take heed to the doctrine. He said, thyself and them that heal thee, man. 1 Timothy 4:16, man. So receive this word, man. And hold fast onto it, man. Let it not go. Keep going.
It says, but be ye doers of the word and not hearers only.
Like be doers of the words and not hearers only, man.
Deceiving your own selves.
Yeah. So they said, go back to Isaiah 34.
This is Isaiah 34 and 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord Yahweh by Shema Shah and read.
All right, seek ye out of the book of the Lord Yahweh Shah and read.
No,
It's like, you got it?
no one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate.
Which is what? Prophecy. The book of Joshua, it said meditate day and night upon these scriptures, man. Meditate, study. You know? Let it be in your mind. Because wisdom, knowledge is going to be the stability of your times, right? So they say none shall want her mate. What they got to talk?
This is Isaiah 34 and 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord Yahweh by Shema Shah and read.
And read, man. Read for yourself. Look it up for yourself, man. You know? It said let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. So you gotta look it up yourself, man. And believe for your own self. They said work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, man. You know? Keep going.
No one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate.
Right. You can't compare this book, this living book, with the book of the dead or any other book, man. It said none shall fail, which is what prophecy, man. Keep going. And guess what? Esau Edom knows that, man. Esau Edom knows prophecy is real. They said what? The devil believe and still tremble. Keep going.
And for my mouth it have commanded, and his spirit it have gathered them.
Yeah, so they said,
This Baruch 4:1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endure forever.
And the law that endure forever, man. You see this book right here, man. Prophecy. It said, heaven also pass away, but my words shall not pass away, man. Like a prophecy still gonna be playing out in the kingdom of heaven. Esau Edom got served his 1,000 years in the kingdom of heaven. The heathens got served 8,000 years. You know?
And the law that endure forever. All that keep it shall come to life.
They said, in the law that endure forever, man. So what make you think the law done away with? Come on, man. The law ain't done away with. We keep the laws, statute, commandments to the best of our ability, man. You see, what the law? I came not to destroy the law. You know?
And it says the law that endures forever. All that keep it shall come to life.
All that keep it shall come to life.
But such as leave it shall die.
Why you gonna die? You leave this word, man. You leave Yahweh Shema Shah, man. This word was given to the nation of Israel, man. You should, hey, get Psalms 147, 19 and 20. Real quick.
Okay,
Yeah, go ahead.
verse 2. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take heed of it.
Hold that.
The Psalms, chapter 147, verses 19 and 20. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
But the other nations, the heathens, They don't know the judgment of the Lord. You know, we know the judgment of the Lord because His words were given unto us. Amos 3:1. He only known us out of all families of the earth. So go back to Baruch 4:1. The last part again.
This Baruch 4:1, finishing off, the law that endure forever. All that keep it shall come to life, right. But such as leave it shall die.
Well, you're gonna die if you leave this one. Cause hey, you still under the contract, so to speak. You still underneath this covenant. Whether you die now, guess what? You come back in reincarnation, you still underneath it, man. Right. Just because you die don't mean nothing, man. If you an Israelite, you still gotta keep the laws, statutes, commandments when you come back.
Right.
And it's also show you that the law ain't done away with because the laws, statutes, commandments gonna be in us in the kingdom of heaven. That's the new contract, the new covenant. When the laws are placed against us, in us, like. Right.
Verse 2. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take heed of it.
Take heed of it. You know?
Walk in the presence of the light.
Which is what? Is what?
Thereof that thou mayest be illuminated.
Wait, be illuminated, be enlightened. You see? Enlightened, right? Hey, you got Lucifer, which means enlightened. They enlightened of this world, of the knowledge. But the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, man. So we are Lucifers on the right hand side. We in to know what's going on, man. You see? You had something?
Sirach, chapter 19, verse 19. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life.
Right.
And they that do things that please Him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality.
Right, so you see the fruit of the tree of immortality. All right, Cody, could you jump down to I want to say 22?
Verse 22?
Yeah.
Verse 22. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence.
Right, so the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. And guess what? Esau Edom is full of fucking knowledge, right? Trust in science, right? But guess what? It's not wisdom, man. You see?
Yeah. Yeah, this is Psalms 94 and 12. Blessed is the man whom the Lord, whom thou chastise, O Lord, and teach him out of the law, that thou mayest give him rest from the days of adversity, until the pit be digged for the wicked.
Until the pit be digged for the wicked. Which was the grave, man. That's coming. That's coming soon, man. When Esau Edom be destroyed, man. Hey, go to the book of Esau. Hey, Clyde, do you get Psalms 119 and 105 real quick?
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 105. And it reads, Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path.
So wait, take heed of it, walk that way so you be illuminated. Go back to it. Go back to it.
This is back in Baruch.
Read that again, Colossians.
Psalms 119, verse 105. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path.
This is Baruch 4 and 2. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take heed of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof.
This word, man.
That thou mayest be illuminated.
Right, that you may be illuminated. He said, let your light shine before mine. A man wisdom make his face to shine, right? So take heed of it and walk that way, man. You know? You got niggas say I'm woke. You not woke, man. You're not woke, bro. Hey, now's our time to wake out of sleep, man.
Right.
And wake to righteousness, man. Hey.
This is Isaiah 52 and 1. Yeah. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion.
Right.
Put on thy beautiful garments.
Right. The garments is this knowledge, man. This light. Awake, awake. Keep going.
Put on thy beautiful garments. Put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city, For henceforth there shall no more come into thee uncircumcised and unclean.
Yeah, keep going.
Shake thyself from the dust.
Right, shake yourself from the dust, which means what? The confusion of this place. The wickedness of this world, man. And you were taught the ways of America. You've been Americanized, man. You know, you were taught to follow the tradition of America, man. You can eat pork, eat swine, you know, eat seafood. The ways of America, man. The ways of America go get you killed, man.
That's right.
You know, go lead to your death. You brought out Micah 2:10. Why is it be powerful this place? Go ahead.
Isaiah 52:2. Shake thyself from the dust. Arise, sit down, O Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck, O captive daughter of Zion.
Like, lose yourself. It's telling the truth to set you free, man. So come back to Yahweh Shema Shah, you know? Shake the dust off, man. So you go, you have some other?
This is John chapter 7, verse 38. It says, He that believeth on me, as the scripture hath said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water.
Right, out of his belly should flow rivers of living water. Your mind.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 4. This is verse 4.
Yeah.
Verse 4. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High.
Right, man. Every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Most High, man. Now this word gonna keep you, I read it again.
Matthew 4:4.
Yep.
But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High.
By every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Most High. These scriptures, what it say? Eat this roll, eat this book. You gotta eat it, man. Because it said, where's the knowledge of it? This word will keep you stable during the evil time that we're coming into, man. You see?
Back in Isaiah 52:2.
Let's go back. Let's go to the book of Esau.
Okay. This is back in the book of Esau, known as Obadiah. Chapter 1, I started 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus said the Lord, power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord. Don't get mad now. Good. The vision of Obadiah, thus said the Lord, power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, an ambassador is sent among the heathen.
Yeah.
Arise ye, let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen.
Right.
Thou art greatly despised.
Like Esau is greatly despised, man. His shame is turning to his glory is turning to shame, man.
Right.
You know?
The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee.
Right, the pride of Esau's heart had deceived him, man. And he think he about to rule forever. He think he ain't going to captivity. He think the Lord ain't coming back. He think he gonna defeat the Lord when he come back, man. That's a pride for your eyes like that, man. Right?
The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high.
We're going to what? Caucasian. You know? Dwelling in the clefts of the rocks, man. Joel spoke about this. Who habitation is high? Look at these buildings, man. Look at these tall ass buildings he be building, man. Go to Atlanta, go to Dallas, go to New York, man. All these tall buildings, these long beach habitations are on high, man.
Yep.
Right?
And it reads, at high and saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
He said what?
It says, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Who shall bring me down to the ground? That's Esau, man.
Yeah.
Who gonna knock me out of power, man? I am the Most High. Who gonna do it? See, I got this chip right here. You know? I got the juice. I got the world in my hand right now. Who gonna knock me down on my power? That's Esau, man. What say he should speak great words against the Most High? Blaspheme the Most High? You know?
Verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou
It's the eagle. What's a miracle, right? Just like ancient Rome, man. So nothing new under the sun, man.
though thou exalt thyself as an eagle,
Like
and,
that eagle is proud, man. Them little, hey, they fly high, man.
and though thou set thy nest among the stars,
Right, sit that nest amongst the stars, going through the satellites. Like, what hold that? Isaiah the 14th.
since will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
This when I bring thee down, said the Lord. Ever since Esau put the satellites, what year was that? 1969, 1970? Ever since then, Esau been going down, man. You know?
It reads, since will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. If these came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen it till they had enough?
Right, this is Lord speaking about thieves. When a thief break into your house, you know, they gonna take what they can get. You know, they gonna take TV, they ain't gonna take the whole house, basically. You know?
If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
Yep.
How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?
Right, hey, because the Mosai, Yahushua making Esau bitter. Esau being exposed daily, man. By what? His own people. His own tongue fall upon himself, man. So Esau being exposed daily, man. You know, that this jungle juice era, this jungle juice age, that this ain't nothing but a hoax. So Second Thessalonians, the second chapter, he said, I will what a drop there. I will consume him with the spirit of my mouth.
This is back in Obadiah in verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out?
By the spirit of the Lord. That's how, man. You got it up.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
What is the spirit of the Lord's mouth? The prophets. Well, that's 2 Corinthians 15th chapter. I will put my words in their mouth. See? You know?
And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
The brightness of his coming, man. So, hey, the wicked being revealed right now. So Esau Edom being sought up now, man. Got it.
Verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee.
Right, have deceived thee. Because, hey, the prophecy, Revelation 17th chapter, it said these should hate the whore, man. So we in that time now that all America, allied nation, gonna hate the whore. They're gonna blow America up, so to speak, man. This place getting destroyed by nuclear missiles. You got it.
Verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to thy border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee.
Right.
They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him.
No understanding in him, man. You know?
It reads, shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men of Edom, and understanding out of Mount Esau, and thy mighty man, O Teman,
Right.
shall be.
Teman ain't no drivers, man. What's that? What's that? No drivers.
Yep. And it says, and thy mighty men of Teman shall be dismayed to the end that every one of Mount Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
By slaughter, man. Jump down. Yeah.
Jumping down to 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen.
Right, all the heathens. Not just Esau heathens. Upon all the heathens, man. Okay, they all had a hand in our downfall. We Psalms the 83rd chapter. Keep going.
And it says, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
Right, because you reap what you sow. Eye for eye, tooth for a tooth, right?
Yep. It said, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
Yep.
Thy reward shall return upon thy own head.
Right, your reward, no tell upon your own head. So everything you had done to the children of Israel will be done unto you in double. You got it?
For as ye have drunken upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually.
Right, all the heathen drink continue. Because Scripture said, he that touches you touches the apple of my eye, man.
Right.
Even the most wicked nigga you can name, man, he's still an Israelite, man. You gotta get paid for that, man. So all the heathens gotta be judged for that, man.
And it reads, for as ye have drunken upon my holy mount, so shall all the heathen drink continually.
Wait, drink what? Drink of that cup. That cup is slavery. We had drunk of that cup. So, hey, y'all gotta drink of that cup. Rightfully so, man.
Surely.
You should surely drink of it.
Upon my holy mountain, so shall the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink and they shall swallow down.
Why you gonna swallow it down, man? Every bit of it. There ain't gonna be not one drop. Now you bring the cup and try to take the towel, dry it out.
Yeah.
No, ain't gonna be nothing in that cup when you get done with it, man.
Licking the rim.
Yeah.
Now you turn the cup outside down, see what's come out.
Right.
It's gonna be empty when you get done drinking it, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And it says swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been.
Those that has not been. Esau Edom, man. Esau Edom being done away with, man. I get Isaiah 14:21.
I got a precept too.
You got it.
So Isaiah what?
14:21.
Alright, this is Isaiah 14, verse 21. It says, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land,
You know?
nor fill the faces of the world with cities.
Just talking about in the kingdom of heaven, man. You see? Don't fill faces. What that part of it?
Nor fill the faces of the world with cities.
Exactly, man. That's how we cut out nephew. That's in that same chapter?
Say what up?
Yeah, cut off nephew. That's in that same chapter, I believe, man. Yeah, read 22. Read 21 and 23.
Oh, yeah, Isaiah 14 and 22. It says, for I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant,
Name and women, man. You know?
and son and nephew,
Right,
saith
and
the Lord.
sons and nephew. Because sons and nephew killed their seed. Sons and nephew will continue their lineage, so to speak. But Saul, he had time to do that. But he was disobedient. He didn't do that. Let us know, the Lord going to do it, though, man. It wasn't for him to do that, you know? Right?
Keep going.
Yeah.
All right. It says, I will also
this
make
is
it a
what-
possession.
This is what he was up to.
All right. This is all right. This is Ezekiel. Really, I can the whole chapter good. I'm gonna get to the point.
Hey, go bring it up.
All right.
Bring it up.
Hey,
Hey, the family was
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. This is Ezekiel 35 and 1. It says, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir.
Right, Mount Seir is Esau, man. Hey, let's go right with the book of Esau, man. The book of Obadiah. Right?
It says, and prophesy against it.
Right, prophesy against Mount Seir. Prophesy against Esau.
Right.
What it say? So shake your hand that they may take it to the gates of the noble. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Prophesy against this place, man. That hey, this kingdom is not going to last forever. It's about to be destroyed real soon. Hopefully next week.
Come on.
Tonight, Lord willing. But we know prophecy got to come to pass.
Right.
We got to hasten the day.
Right.
So prophesy against Mount Seir, right?
It says, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it.
Right.
And say unto it, thus said the Lord power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee.
Yeah, that's what we supposed to be saying. Hey, Esau, you know you fucked up, right?
Right.
Hey, you know your kingdom comes to an end, right? Guess what? We telling Big Brother daily. It said, give him no rest till he make Jerusalem praising up, man. So like, we telling, we crying aloud for all the abominations in the world, man.
Right.
You see?
Hey, that's how you gonna know who's a true prophet, man. Who the real prophets are, man.
Oh man, hey.
Jeremiah 28.
Yeah.
Hey, we coming back in that same stead, man.
Yeah,
We ain't giving you good news, man. We ain't giving you that watered down Christianity, feel good,
Right.
PC doctrine, man. You know, we telling you what the Lord gonna do, man. Raw and uncut, man.
Right.
You know.
Hey, while other Israelite counts bullshit, man. But the scripture say there should be known who are my chosen, man. You got it.
It says, I'm gonna read verse 3
again.
again.
Niggas talking about take the Jews, man. Get some felons.
You got Israelites that done already got the Jews, man.
Yeah.
How in the hell can you call yourself a Israelite and a leader of the people, and you going and listening to your enemy, man? You going and conforming into the beast, man. Here you are, man, just going along to get along.
Hey.
Yeah.
Where your faith at, man? You know? Like brother was saying yesterday in the lesson, man, you got niggas prophesying in shades, man. You can't even look in his eyes, man. You can't even look a man in his eyes.
No.
Right.
That's pissed up.
Hey, verse 3, Ezekiel 35:3, it says, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord, power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee.
Right, that's what we saying. That the Lord coming back to prepare war against you, man. Just like in school, like, you know that they don't fuck with you, right? That's the same thing we saying to the elites, man. That the Lord ain't fucking with you, man.
Trouble.
You are up. You are up.
It says, and I will make thee most
I
desolate.
will make you most desolate. By how? Don't nuclear missiles. Nuclear fire.
I will lay thy...
Nah, they niggas so damn hard. It just threw me off for a minute.
It says, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord.
Well, you gonna know that the Lord Yahweh Shemashah had done this. You know?
Verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end.
Right, because, hey, you can jump out quickly back through real quick. That's madness right there.
Hey man, Esau got it coming, man. You know, and what you, like you were saying, just even going to the low level Israelites, man, you know, a guy that might be a bum on the street, man, a so-called nobody, man. You put your hands, he's still an Israelite, man. You put your hands on the Lord's chosen people, man, and you got to pay for that.
Right. Jeremiah 50:33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
Right, we still in this devil head to this day.
Right there.
Hey, get Exodus 21:16. Man, what say, they probably get up the show. They say the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, man. What's the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, man? The so-called Negro tribe and the so-called Lame tribe, man. We was oppressed together. Hey, we was enslaving together, man. They documents on that, man. Boy, Gad used to come help Judah enslave, no enslaving. You see, help us escape. At least you know we was the people, man.
Yeah. They show you that in some of those slave movies too.
Yeah.
You know how you had Gadites, man, actually helping the slaves, man, get away.
Yeah.
Ezekiel 35:5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword.
By the force of the sword, man. It's good to say he built a sword not in vain. If you live by the sword, you should die by the sword. Right?
Yeah.
Ain't no bygone. That shit over with, man.
It says, by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
Right, they refused to let us go. Our punishment was over with, man. But they refused to let us go. They still want to make profit of us, man. You bring that up?
This is Exodus chapter 21 and 16.
Yeah.
And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand.
Who stole us?
Come on now.
Who did that? Uncle bitch ass he, man. Who did that?
And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
So Esau, you're going to be put to death when the Lord comes back. That's judgment. Righteous judgment right there. So we still in your hand, man.
It's Revelation 13 and 10.
Read started 9.
Revelation 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Here's the patience and the faith of the saints, man. So hey, that's it. Esau, you gotta be prisoners. You gotta be thrown in prison, man.
That's right.
You know?
Hey, that's the balance of your how about Shemal Shah, man. Because if he did it to his own chosen people, man, what makes you think that your ass gonna get away? You know? Like, what is that, Jeremiah 49?
49 to 12. There you go.
This is Jeremiah 49 and 12. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunk it.
Yep, that's Israel, man. We weren't supposed to be in this position, man. We the Lord's chosen, man. Like you got a son, man. You don't want to have to put something on your son's ass, man. You don't want to have to discipline him. But when he fuck up, what you got to do is give him that correction, man. Right. That's what we did, man. As a nation, man. We went off, so we had to get that correction. Keep going out.
And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished?
Right.
Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it.
Right. Yep, your ass is gonna get it, man. Right? Okay? The Lord Yahweh Shemal Shah is gonna bring that same judgment times 2 upon you, man. Double. That's what's coming, man, for you so-called white people, man. You Edomites, man. You going into slavery, man.
That's right.
Thus saith the scriptures. Thus saith the scriptures, man. These are not our words, man. This is what the Lord is saying, man. This is gonna happen.
Alright, this is Jeremiah 30 and 16. Therefore, all that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
That's right.
Every last one of them will go into captivity, man. That's it, man. So Esau, you're gonna have help in the kingdom. You're gonna have help. See, we ain't had no help. Y'all help for the affliction. Like it's saying in Zechariah 1 and 15, man. Y'all what's that? Y'all laugh at the Lord of Jerusalem. Right. All that time, hey, grab this. Meditation. Yeah. I want to say the second chapter. You got some blood?
I got a group.
Second Thessalonians 1 and 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Right, seeing it's a righteous thing to Yahweh Shemashah to recompense tribulation to those that trouble you, man. But guess what? We still be in trouble, man. Look at Esau unrighteous decrees being passed. Man. His draconian laws, man. He's speaking as a dragon, man. We still be in trouble, man. We still oppressed to this day, man. So, hey, all these things that Esau doing to us will come right back on him in the kingdom. Yeah. And righteousness, man. Double. You know?
This is Lamentations chapter 2 and 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughters of Jerusalem, saying, Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty?
They mocking us, basically, scoffing. So these the most I chosen people. These savages, these wetbacks and tomahawks, these spits, these niggas, they can't keep their pants up there, on their ass. These women, these thoughts. They ready to go up top.
This is Lamentations 2:15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, "Is this the city man called perfection of beauty?"
Wait, this the city? This the most I chosen people. They're doing the milk crate challenge. All hell about to break loose.
Man,
You see? These are the other nations. Look at us, man. That we can't be the most I chosen people. Look at us, man. We at the bottom. You know?
Verse 16, all thy enemies have opened their mouth against thee.
Right.
They hiss and gnash their teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up, certainly.
Right, they swallow us up. That's the Psalm 33rd chapter, man. Trying to make Israel no more.
This is the day that we look for.
This is the day they look forward, man. Look forward to, man. They look forward to our downfall, man.
Cutting us off from being a nation.
They cut us off from being a nation. They know once we in nation, hey, it wasn't fun. Hey, when King David was in nation, once King David was in power, it wasn't fun for them, man. They had to be in subjection, man.
Right.
Then we had the 40 years of peace. That lets you know through war, that's when peace gonna come.
And it reads, I'm gonna read 16 again. All thy enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash their teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day we have looked for.
Right.
We have found. We have seen it. The Lord have done that which he have devised.
The Lord had done it. Hey, this was the Lord plan, man. Because we all transgressed the laws, statutes, and commandments, man. They didn't think about the latter end of it, so to speak, man.
right.
This was the Lord doing to put us in slavery. He brought out Jeremiah 49:12. No, so let's, hey, you go back to Ezekiel.
All right, John, I had another one.
All right, go ahead.
Real quick. This Isaiah 33:1. It says, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled.
Yep.
And dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee.
It's Esau, man. Broken all the covenants with God. And look at the other nation he doing unfairly to, man. You see? So woe to you.
Yeah, these Edomites, man, they gonna continue to be able to get away with dealing treacherous. They've been doing it for so long, man. You know? For so long have they been able to run the earth with the sword, man. Just, you know, go drop a atomic bomb on a nation, man, that you know, at war with. You know? Bring the hammer down, the hammer of the earth, man. They've been doing this shit forever. But hey, it's about to come to an end, man. Right? It says, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled.
So you gonna be spoiled, you know?
And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
Right, they're gonna pay back. Go back right back in the book of Esau. The book of Obadiah, man.
Goes around.
This is the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10 and verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
This how Esau came into power, by deceit, man. Hence, the Renaissance period, you know, the rebirth. That's when Esau came to power during that time, man. He deceived the whole nation, the whole world, man. By unrighteous dealers. You got it, y'all can know.
It's a lot. All right, back in
Hey, you want to read it?
Gun, you read, yeah. Did I think I was 5. You did 35.
All right, this is Ezekiel 35 and 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed blood of the children of Israel by force of the children of Slack. Read that one more time. This is Ezekiel 35 and 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed blood of the children of Israel by force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and the time of their iniquity at an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shah power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Right. Blood is going to pursue them, man. So, hey, we're at that time now where, hey, Yahweh Shah is about to get on your ass, man. Esau, all right? And these people have love blood, man. They all about blood, man.
Drink blood.
Yeah, they drink blood, man. Get numbers, brother. Hey, that's spirit.
It's Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
So how is this land gonna be cleansed in America, man? When all the blood they've shed, man, all the wickedness that these people have done over the course of history, man. What all they've done, man? Putting Gad to death, man. Putting Judah to death, man. You know, these people that love blood, man. So that's the way the Lord is gonna balance things out, man. Your blood is gonna be shed, man.
Right.
You know? And, hey, they don't want to hear that, man. But hey, thus saith the Bible, man. Thus saith the scriptures. Okay? This is what's coming to America, man. Bloodshed, man. All right? Get what is that, 2 Thessalonians? Yeah, right. Yep.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 and 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulations to them that trouble you.
Hey, who's troubled us more than the so-called white man Esau Edom, man? All right? Who's been a thorn in the side of Jacob, man, more than these people, man, more than this nation of people, man? Nobody. All right? So the Lord is going to pay these people back, man, for what they've done to us, man. All right? And we can't wait, you know? We're ready to see this judgment take place, man. Patiently wait, man. Patiently wait. Salaki.
You read Revelation 18 and 6. You can do that bring together. Revelation 18 and 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. In the cup which she have filled to her double.
All right. Cup which she have filled to her double, man. So you finna drink that double shot, man. That's the hardest one to down, man. You know? Hey, you see that? You see how tall that double shot glass is? The fear started coming in, you just looking at it.
With that overproof.
With that overproof, man. Hey, but hey, that's what's coming, man. That's the balance of Yahweh Shah, man. You know? Oh, you love to see us, you know how Jake is when he's drinking that hard drink, man, chest burning. Yep. You love to see us down, man. We had to take that drink of that cup, man. It was beautiful then, but then when that cup slid your way, you know,
you can't pass it. I passed it. No,
Right. Because everybody want to be an Israelite until the time to drink of that cup. You know? You gotta drink out of that cup. And what it says, this cup should not be poured without milk. You're not gonna put on some orange juice with this shot right here, man.
Right.
Try to
Dilute it.
Yeah, dilute it down, man. No, you gotta drink it straight. You gotta drink it, man.
There won't be any timeouts in the kingdom.
Yeah, time. I'm gonna come back to the shot. No. You gotta drink it.
Just sip.
Like this shit here, there's dogs and shit like this, and then you gotta take them together.
Hey, this is Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 22. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shah, the Lord thy power, that pleadeth the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thy hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again, but I will put it in the hand of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul, bow down that we may go over, and that has laid thy body as the ground and as the streets of them that went over.
Yeah, I remember it was a picture, man, they had of Jake. Basically, Esau had him as a footstool, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he had his foot on him, man, like a stool, yeah.
And I recently came across a video on Facebook. Dude, he like what you call like fixing chairs up, right? So there's an antique chair that he was fixing, but he said it was something mysterious about this chair.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
You seen that? And he said that the chair was filled with cotton, but it was also filled with Negroes' hair. He was like, it was so much hair up, and they were like, how many Negroes was it that to put all this hair up here for a chair? Yeah. And Esau want to keep the chair. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. They gotta go.
They gotta go, man. See, these demons, they don't like this truth, man, coming out, man. They don't like this truth coming out, man. You know? Hey, you can tell this demon on these folks, man.
Hours waiting for you to check out. I'm out here every day.
This is back in Isaiah 51 and 22. Thus saith the Lord thy power, that pleadeth the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs.
The cup of trembling, man. Right. We're not gonna have to go through slavery anymore, man.
Hey.
You know? We're not gonna have to catch this hell no more. We're not
careful
gonna have
what
to
you
see
say.
Kid, I will come
back.
That's right.
You know?
And devour your ass.
We're sick of seeing shit like this.
Be careful what you say.
You know? We're tired of seeing this. We don't want to have to keep dealing with this bullshit, man.
That's right.
But hey, that's gonna be the balance of your how about Shema Shah, man. He's gonna balance things out, man. He's gonna balance his earth back out, man.
Girl like you.
Even the dregs of the cup of my fury, thou shalt no more drink it again.
Right.
But I will put it in the hand of them that afflict thee.
He's gonna put it in the hand of them that afflict thee, man. You goddamn Edomites, man.
Right.
You're gonna have to go through this hell. You're gonna have to catch hell like we caught it, man.
That's right.
Can you go through that? Hell no, man. We know how weak Esau is, man. In his natural state, man. You Edomites, man, you ain't gonna make it, man.
That's right.
You know? There's hard times coming, man, if you're an Edomite, man. And that was a Jake, man. That's just a bugged out, you know, nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? But it don't fucking matter, man. We tired of seeing our people like this, man.
That's right.
Yeah. We fucking sick of America, man.
That's right.
We gotta go. This place is fucked up, man. We gotta sit up here and see our people in a lower state like this, man. You know? This is what we deal with, man. Who the hell wanna stay in this place, man? You know?
Finishing out verse 23. But I will put in the hand of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul, bow down that we may go over, and that thou hast laid thy body as the ground and as the street to them that went over.
Right, they laid us like the ground, man. They got, you know, like I was saying, that picture of Jake basically laying down on the ground as a fucking footstool, man. You know? Trample all over Jake, man. Treat us like we ain't shit. You know, and that's a mindset too, man, that our people in, man. Just laying down for Esau, man. Let him do it. That's the white man. You know, he got the signs. He know what to do. Take the jab.
He got degrees.
He got degrees. He know what he's doing.
You know what he's talking about.
He created those degrees. Pull it out of his ass.
I bet these guys don't got no bachelor's degrees. Rothschild.
These people, man. Hey, now, hey, I truly see why Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna do what he's gonna do, man. You see, we witness every day, man. People walking by, man, is just blind as hell, man.
Yep.
You know, straight up bug outside here, man. But you look at us as if we're something wrong with us, man, for wanting the righteous kingdom. You know, like we crazy, man. Hey, brother got a scripture, man.
This is Revelation chapter 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom in Egypt.
It's Sodom in Egypt, man. This place is full of homosexuality, man. You know, we got that big ass pyramid over here, right here, the Bass Pro. You know, this is Babylon the Great, man. The scripture is speaking of. You know, you got it, huh?
This is Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom in Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
Right. And these people crucify you. How about Shemal Shah daily, man? Where that fucking picture of Caesar, man? Oh, yeah, there you go. You know? This asshole right here, man, this is who you believe is a true Messiah. This is who you think is coming back to save and deliver you in the rapture. You know? But this guy here is a fucking devil, man. It's a liar, man. You know? Yeah. This is a faggot right here, man. Mm-hmm. This ain't the true image of our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai, man. Hey, man. These people, man, hey, judgment is coming, man. That's one thing you can count on, man. Judgment is coming to the earth, man. Whether you want to believe it or not, judgment is coming, man.
Right.
It's overdue.
Yep. And this second Ezra 15, starting at verse 7, and start at 6. It says, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
Right. Souls of the just complain continually, man. Man, we constantly crying out to you how about Shemal Shai to come back and set this place right, man. Bring destruction to this place, man.
That's right.
You know? This place is full of wickedness, man. Like the scripture just read, it is exceedingly polluted the whole earth, man. You know? Man, this place is full of wickedness, man. It ain't nowhere to turn, man. Like, get that scripture and say, just like, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. We sick of this shit, man. Right. That's all it is, man. Is wickedness, man. Everywhere you turn. This is the only thing we really truly got, man, to look forward to. You know, at the end of the week, we like, okay, we can go out, man, and prophesy, man. Yeah. Be a part of bringing the downfall of this place, man. Right. You know, pushing forth the word of Yahweh Shemal Shai, because that's what it is, man. It's not us. Yeah. It's the Lord's word that's bringing this place down, man. Right.
It's Ezekiel 9 and 4. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Right. We sighing and crying, man, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, man. We crying out to our people, man. You know? Come back and serve Yahweh Shemal Shai, man. You know, come back into your power. Stop calling yourselves black. You know, stop being a nigga out here, man. You know, we're flying out, man.
Verse 5. And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have you pity. Slay utterly, old and young, both maids and little children and women.
So hey, you women got it coming, man, because there's more women than it is men out here, man. Hey, death is coming to America, man, on a high level. All right? Goddamn flies got demons on them, man.
It says, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark.
See? Come not near any man who has the mark, man. And that ain't the mark of the beast, man. That's the mark of Dawah, man.
That's right.
Okay? You got it.
It says, and begin at my sanctuary.
Begin at my sanctuary, man. So the men that are chosen from the foundation of the earth, the Lord's chosen, man, the elect, they're going to be good, man. They're the ones that have that mark of Dawah. You're going to be protected in that day. We don't have nothing to worry about. Lord willing, we those men. Lord willing, you're going to be good. But as for the others, man, we just read what's coming to them, man. Go through the city and smite, man. All type of ways, man. It was just a Jake in West Memphis the other day. He died on a motorcycle, man. Got flipped up in the air, man, and broke his neck. So, hey, the Lord got a million ways to bring forth judgment to you, man. Affinity ways to bring forth judgment, man. These angels don't get tired, man. They just enforce the will of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. And they love to bring forth judgment, man. They love to bring the will of Yahweh Shema Shah.
That's right. Yeah. No questions asked.
No questions asked, man.
No questions.
They the first one to raise their hand.
Yeah.
No mercy. I ain't playing.
This Revelation 14, starting in verse 9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
Alright? So if you take that mark, man, that's your end right there, man. That's your ass, man. That's the lake of fire that you got to look forward to, man.
Right.
Being baptized in fire, man. You know? Nuclear fire, man. I remember Elder Kazak did a video, and basically he was saying like that fire is gonna be damn near as hot as the sun is. Right. Hotter than the sun. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So we can't even imagine. You can't even put that in your mind on how hot that's gonna be, man, and how long the Lord can leave your ass in your spirit, man. I mean, in that body. Right. You know? How much suffering are you gonna go through?
Man. It's Revelation chapter 7, starting at the top. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth. Going into what? The destruction.
Yeah.
It says, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, Yahweh Shah, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads.
Right. The judgment not gonna come into the elect is sealed, man. Then it's going, hey, the Lord gonna unleash, man.
Because the elect gonna have the mark of Dawah.
Right.
And they're gonna have the image of the Lord, which is his word, his system. See, the Lord's system is in the contents of these scriptures.
Right.
Esau, Edom, he has a system, and he has a mark. You know? And it's a fine line being drawn. But you gotta choose. You got it, boy.
Right. Yep. Hey, Yahweh Shah or the beast, man. That's that fine line. You ain't got no other way, man. You know? 2 options, man. You either gonna choose Yahweh Shah Or you gonna choose this system, man, this beast system. You know?
Go back into how this gonna be. This is Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
Hey, it shall leave them neither root nor branch, man. So it ain't gonna be nothing left of you know, this place, man. America. You know? Everybody that's over here in this in the lands of America, man, when those missiles are shot out, that's it, man. That's it for you. You know? If you've taken the mark of the beast, all right, the MOB, if you conform to this system, that's it for you, man. You know, that's your judgment is gonna be in that lake of fire, man. Right?
Revelation 14:9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same should drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Shemashai, which is poured out without measure.
I just read that.
Just read that.
That's the spirit.
It came back again.
It's just the same. It's the same thing when we was coming out of the land of Egypt. All those that was marked with that blood of the lamb, the judgment passed over them. So you either going to have the mark of the rock or the mark of the rock. And depending on which system, which image you worship, it's going to determine which mark you're going to receive.
Into the cup of his indignation, and he should be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
Right, fire and brimstone. Just as the Lord said, when he comes, it shall be as in the days of Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right.
We was talking about just Lot being vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. So the Lord, bring it out, the Lord ultimately made a way for Lot, right? Made a way for Lot to escape the judgment. Why? Because Lot had the mark of the rock.
Right.
See? Fire and brimstone shall reign again on spiritual Sodom. Okay? Spiritual Egypt. This place is all, when you really go into the image of the beast adopted all the systems of the beast before it. That's why Daniel goes into those 4 beasts. Number 1 beast being Babylon. What is this system known as today? Babylon, the virgin daughter of Babylon. Okay? This America is Babylon the Great. Because that same system from Babylon it adopted, which it even goes back to ancient Babylon with Nimrod. Alright? That was all about establishing a one world order. It's a mirror image of the Lord's righteousness, but it's done in wickedness. Because a one world order, a new world, one world order will be established through the house of David, the elect. But it'll be established in righteousness. That's the only way a one world order can consist. That's the only way a one world order can exist, brother. It has to exist under the rulership of righteousness. Go ahead, Al. Got that.
Yep. This is 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 7. It reads, and deliver just not next. Come on. Right. This 2 Peter 2 and 4, for if God spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell and delivered them.
That's talking about the elect, because it says, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, what shall be the judgment of them that obey not the gospel? The righteous is talking about the elect. In the beginning, the elect was with Yahweh Shah, right? But we were cast down because of our sin, right? It say in Psalm 82:6, know ye not, you can say ye are gods, but ye shall die like men. You know? Go ahead.
Cast them down to hell and delivered them.
Start back at the beginning of it.
This is 2 Peter 2:4. For if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness.
And hell is a condition that's played out on earth. We in hell right now.
Yep.
You see? That's why we vex. Because we understand the position that we're supposed to be in, the position of authority, ruling in righteousness. That's why we're vexed. Even far more so than Lot. Because we understand now more than what Lot understood then. Go ahead.
It's a chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment.
The chains of darkness are these bodies, which our spirits cannot escape until the Lord comes and puts the law, statutes, and commandments in our inward parts. Then we will be changed, right? Matter of fact, we'll be changed so that we can receive the law, statutes, and commandments into our inward parts. Go ahead.
Verse 5, and spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the 8th person.
Which was the first destruction, right? The first destruction was when the Most High cleansed the earth by the means of water. This next destruction, the earth is going to be purified and cleansed by fire. Right. Go ahead.
A preacher of righteousness.
He was a preacher of righteousness. Preacher means prophet. Pre means before. Cheer means to say. Okay? So that's a prophet. Go ahead. Not what these people in this world deem as a preacher. Because they deem any motivation. We're not motivational speakers. You know, we're not people set up to here show you how to conduct your life according to this world. We are here to warn you of the judgment to come. Right? As it says in Ezekiel, give them warning from me.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 5. And spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of ungodly.
Bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly.
Yep.
Just like the flood of missiles is going to be brought upon this world of the ungodly. Go ahead.
Verse 7. And delivered just Lot, vexed with filthy conversations of the wicked.
What it say? Just Lot. Going back to 2 Corinthians 15. What it say? Innocent and just complain continually. You know? So the Lord was crying out because of all the foul, abominable acts that was going on. Alright? Same thing now. Go ahead.
For their righteousness, like,
hey, that's right here. You hear that? Let it burn.
let it burn.
Let it burn. That's the spirit.
Verse 8. For that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing, vexed his righteousness soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. He
was sighing and crying for the abominations that was being done. Same thing we doing now. There's no new thing under the sun. The thing that has been is the thing that shall be. There's no new thing under the sun. Ecclesiastes 29. So the Lord, He's giving you a way to be delivered through the things that were written aforetime. He said the things were written aforetime were written for our learning that we may have comfort. Right? But people don't want the comfort of the Lord, they want the comfort of the world. Right. And the comfort of the world leads to death. Because the man of death, the man of sin, is the one setting the standard of living. Let's say he keep it to himself all nations. Alright? And he is as death, so he cannot be satisfied. The Lord who enlarges his desire is hell. Come on, man. So you gotta know what you're dealing with. dealing with. But if the Lord hadn't given you the Torah, you won't know. No? Y'all got something else? Go ahead.
That whole chapter.
Oh, you got the 2 Peter 3?
Yeah. I say go to 9, yeah.
2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance.
Right.
But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
Right, shall be burned up, man. Hey, and they said the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night, man.
Yeah.
So unexpectedly, man. You know? But what are we doing? We watching, man. Through the spirit and power, how about Shema Shah, we watching, man. We measuring the times diligently. Okay? Paying attention. Staying aware, staying active. You know? And watching, man. Watching for the next prophecy to take place, man. we can't wait, man.
Yeah.
You know? Keep going, bro.
Verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
Right. What manner of persons ought you to be in holy conversation, man? So what should your mindset be? You know, knowing these things are gonna take place, man. Knowing what the Lord is about to bring into the earth, man. Mainly right here in Babylon, okay, aka America. This place is about to get the judgment, man, of biblical proportions, man. You know? What we reading is gonna take place here, man. Something like we ain't never seen before or heard. These things, man, hey, we don't want to take part in that, man. So what manner of persons are you to be? You should be getting yourself together, man, get prepared and getting your mind right, man, to come back and serve you. How about Shema Shah, man? Lord willing, you can be saved and delivered out of this, man. Right. Hey, not like the Christians are already saying that they're saved, man. we ain't saved from nothing yet, man. This ain't happened yet. This happened in the spirit world, but it ain't took place on earth yet, man. Exactly. So we wanna be saved, man. We wanna be delivered from this. Keep going.
Verse 12. Looking for and hasting until the coming of the day of Yahweh, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Right, looking for and hastening, man. You know, hasten the day that the Lord's gonna come back and bring forth that judgment, man. You know, and what's gonna cause the elements to melt with fervent heat like that, man? Those are those missiles, man. Those nuclear missiles. Okay? This place is about to be laid desolate, man. America is finished, man. Get verse 13.
Verse 13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Right.
I was gonna say those according to his promise. Let you know that it's not just anybody that's looking for a new heaven and a new earth to be established. It's not looking for a new rulership and a new condition to be set up on earth, man. Only those according to his promise. You know? Those that fall into that lot.
Right.
You know? You go into that word lot, it deals with faith. You know? You got it, huh?
Yeah, hey, that was it.
That was the end of that precept. So yeah, hey, repent for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Salvation is near them who believe, right? We almost out of here, man. Right. It's always one day, 1 hour, 1 minute, 1 second closer to the kingdom, man. You know?
Right.
So we gonna keep hastening in that day, giving all praises, facing the east towards Jerusalem.
Right.
To Yahweh,
Shot by Shimmer Kakadash.
double honors again to the apostles and elders of great millstone, ruler, teach well, peace and salutation to the hope of the elect. Form Yasharella.
Form Yasharella.
Baba Bob.
Baba Bob.
Baba Wamyam.
Baba Wamyam.
Baba Yapyam.
Baba Yamyam.
Yabba Shimon Shah Barakathum. Shalom.
Shalom.